My standards can be lowered.
If they're hot enough, my standards like you can get away with whatever.
Yeah, okay. Because imagine like the first one, being mean to men. If Angelina Jolie says that,
That's true.
right?
I'd be like, be mean to me, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, mommy, step on me.
Right? Seanydoo. Hello, and welcome to Situaseans podcast. I'm your host, Sean Michael Williams, aka Seanydoo. You can call me Sean, Shawnee, Seanydoo. Does not matter to me. I'm just glad that y'all are here. And I got a guest who came back to the show. I didn't scare you away.
Just here for the dog.
Right, exactly. Everyone's here for Harley. Well, my special guest, you may remember her from December 20th episode 19, Elisha Tan. Welcome back.
Hi, my name is Elisha. You can call me Elisha or Elisha or Elisha. I'm just happy that you're here.
taking my thing.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for coming back.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me back. It's good to be here.
Yeah. You know, we always record in the time machine. So even though we're in Chicago, but by the time this comes out, I'll be in LA.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I'll be in somewhere.
Right? Traveling and doing shows all over the world.
All over the world.
So for some of you that may not know or like, you know, that didn't tune in last time or that are new to the show.
Why didn't you tune in?
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Exactly. Come on now. Elisha, she is a comedian, but you know what? I won't steal the thunder. So Elisha, can you remind the audience about who you are and what you do?
I am your mom's favorite comedian. I am a stand-up comedian. I have performed at Cops Comedy Club, Punchline Comedy Club, a Smelly Bar around the corner, everywhere, even in your dreams maybe one day. And I have a real job, like every other stand-up comedian, and I work in tech. And I also founded a community fund called Average Foundation, where I basically fund small community social impact projects.
Wow.
Yeah.
You do it all.
Lots of shit.
Yes, indeed. Well, also, I want you all to I just want to thank the listeners for tuning in. You know, this podcast is about dating, relationships, mental and emotional life experiences. Ooh, fucking we.
Wee.
And today we're definitely going to be talking about, you know, all of the things with dating and why are we still single?
I don't know, man, Sean. If I knew, I wouldn't be here, would I?
Exactly. Well, you know what? We are going to solve dating by the end of this episode.
Let's do it. We might even let's do some live troubleshooting with like this other guy that I'm talking to.
Ooh,
Stay tuned to the
yes.
middle of the podcast where I'll talk about my real life dating dilemma.
Ooh.
Boom.
Dun, dun, dun.
Teaser.
Yes. We love it. We love it. And so, yeah, if you all want to submit your stories and your questions, don't forget to go to situationspodcast.com/submit and submit those dating app screenshots, like those unhinged prompts that you see people put on their dating profiles. We love that shit.
We love that. It's so unhinged.
Yes, it is so unhinged. And speaking of unhinged, Elisha and I were going to be unpacking some hinged and unhinged prompts at the end as well. So stick around for that. So you know, I'm so excited to kind of, you know, like jump right on in, and we're going to be talking about how unhinged the dating scene is, all that good stuff. So kind of just starting back off, you know, for those that may not remember or that are new to the show, you're based out of San Francisco Valley.
That's right.
Yeah, and you're in Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
You work at Exactly. And you're over at Meta, right?
Yes, I do work for Meta. So Uncle Zuck, I love you. Don't fire me. But yeah, I do work at Meta during the day, and I've been with them for about 8 years. So I always like to joke that my longest relationship is with Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
I mean, he pays me well, so financially stable sugar daddy situation. So I'm pretty happy about it. Pretty happy about it.
There you go. Daddy Zuck, can you sponsor the show?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes. So, so I definitely want to know, like even just from like all the things, especially since we last met, I want to know, why are we still single? Is it us? Like, are we the problem or are we the solution?
You're the problem. I'm not the problem. I'm gonna deflect that. No, I'm perfect. What problem?
Right, exactly.
No, I think okay. So the last time we filmed, it was November. It was the week of Thanksgiving, and so since then I have probably only went out with two people, and what I realized is that the whole dating is like a part-time job.
Yeah.
Because it's about like building funnel, it's about like swiping, it's about chatting with people and then making time to meet. And every time you meet, you still have to make time to prepare, commute, actual meeting, follow up and so on. So like you want to do like a whole funnel conversion thing, and it just takes so much time.
Yeah.
And so like I just started evaluating like how much do I want a relationship, or why do I want a relationship? What do I want out of a relationship? Versus say the fulfillment of the fulfillment of what a partner can give versus say like all my other pursuits. And I just realized that I think it would be nice to be in a relationship, to have a partner, like someone who is ready to give like a comforting hug. I actually joke about it. My one of the what I want in a man. Yeah, that's actually inspired by a real story. Yeah, I just want someone like comforting, because I'm doing so much shit outside, and there'll be times where I get on a big stage, had a panic attack, just highs and lows. Just having someone comforting is great, but is that like the most important thing I need right now? No.
Right.
Right. For me, I think the drive to be good in comedy, the drive to being good in my tech job, the drive to connect and build community, I think that is a lot stronger than my drive to connect with one person in a relationship. And so that's a very long way to say that I want a relationship. I don't want to put in the work to find it. So if the audience have like a man would you like to recommend me, so please hit me up. Do the work for me. Thank you.
Yes, you heard it here first.
Yeah. I can throw the question back at you, Sean. Why are you single?
I'm never the problem. No, that's a really great question. Honestly, I feel like in my own situation, I feel like for me, I am very picky about the person that I want, because my last couple of relationships, my last I can't remember if I told you I was married at one point.
Yeah, I think you told me.
Okay.
I don't remember what happened though.
Yeah, so she had cheated on me right before the wedding. Like we were like engaged. I know, right?
Yeah.
My dumb ass still went through with the wedding because I was like,
what? Yeah.
And so that, and then
you thought you were the solution, but turns out you were the problem.
It's all my fault. It's all my fault she cheated. So that, and then I had met somebody in the middle of COVID. So I want to say about April, May 2020.
Okay.
And it lasted for about a year and a half, give or take. And we were just arguing a lot. And she had a lot of trauma from her past that she did not know how to process. And so she projected a lot onto me. And so we were just kind of go back and forth. So after that, I was like, okay, I need to not ignore the red flags. And also I need to be more aware of like the person that I want to be with, because I want to be with somebody that's doing the work of themselves, that's not putting in baggage on me and expecting me to, I don't know, help them be happy.
Be
it's
the
like,
therapist.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotta pay you. You want to be a therapist.
Right, exactly. Pay me at least.
Yeah. Like sometimes when I meet men, they're like just trauma dumping. I'm like, dude, if I'm a therapist, you gotta pay me to do the therapist shit, right? Not just treat me like a free therapist because I'm a woman. I should be a good partner and like listen. I don't like that. Yeah. So I'm with you. Like just out of everything else that I want in life, having a relationship is not the most important thing. And And what that also means is that we can take time to be picky with the partner that we eventually land. And so for me, I do think I might run into a capacity issue. Like, do I have a capacity to be in a relationship with someone? But also like, I want to know that who I do pick is intentional. I'm not finding someone who meets the lowest bar of all of my requirements. I want someone who I can maximize that as much as I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I want a good deal. That's what I'm saying. I want a man who is a good deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do better, man.
Do better.
Absolutely. So even then, like remind me, do you want kids as well, like a family and all that?
I'm leaning towards no, because I didn't have a very pleasant childhood. And so my parents are not bad people. They're regular people who did their best, but it's just not good enough. That was a very Asian statement to make, like, it's not good enough. And so like, I think mother, the title mother is a job you cannot quit. And so that requires really a lot of commitment and resourcing. And I don't know if I might accidentally fucked up a child, like a human. And so I am leaning towards no, but I also want to freeze my eggs so that I have the option to change my mind in the future. Yeah. I think it also depends on the partner that you end up with, right? If this partner, someone who has the capacity, the ability and willingness to be a father and a husband and one kid, then maybe it's something that I'll be open to discuss.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you want kids?
I do. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why are you so sure? What makes you so sure that you want to be a father?
Yeah. Ooh, this is a therapy session for me. I love this.
Yeah. I'll send you a blank check.
There we go. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Pay me later.
Bill it to the podcast. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So as like the listeners kind of know from just hearing my spiel, like, ever since I started this podcast, I shared with the listenership here that I had a very traumatic childhood. So trigger warning here, folks, but for anybody new, but so my stepdad was very abusive towards me and my siblings.
Yeah. You told me about it. Yes. Now I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just through all of that and not really being close with like my immediate family, like my mom and siblings, like I love them, but I'm not really close with them. I probably talk to my mom maybe like, I don't know, like every 3 or 4 months. So I don't really have a relationship with her, but
Right.
and in the same kind of, it's kind of the same with my siblings. It's like I rarely talk to them, but I do text them whenever I can. Like I guess every once in a while. The middle child, she just had a baby, so I think that kind of is
Nice.
bringing us a little bit closer.
Right.
But because I was never really close with my own immediate family growing up, I had said, okay, I'm going to do all the work. I'm going to heal myself.
Yeah.
And one day I want to start a family because I don't want to be abusive like my stepdad was. And I want to be a present father, because in the Black community,
Right.
you rarely see like positive, like, I guess, father figures.
Yeah,
And
it's
so,
rarer. Yeah,
exactly. So I was like, okay, I know that I want to start a family. I know that I want kids, and I want to do it with somebody that's, I guess, like that we can build that family, that life together.
Yeah.
And not be like a broken family that I I grew up with.
Well, that's so interesting. Like, so my parents, they were not good models of what a good relationship should be. So they fought a lot. They fight over honestly a lot of things, like they fought about the kids, they fought about money and so on. And so like for me growing up was just like me crying in my bedroom because they were arguing outside, and I just felt very helpless. And that is why like and I didn't have like family vacation time, so I was more in the care of my neighbor. So and my neighbor was not a great caregiver. I just sat at the couch most of the time, and that was pretty much neglect. And so like it's quite interesting that we both have unpleasant childhood, but we have very different outcomes, because now my thinking is more of, I don't want to accidentally fucked up another child, but you're like, I can do better. I'm going to roll my own. I'm going to create my own family. So it's quite interesting to note that.
Absolutely. And I think, we all are definitely the product of our of the environment that we grew up in. But like, I think one thing that really sticks out is that we did better for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, definitely. I think every generation needs to do better than the previous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I think we are standing on the shoulders of giants, whether we realize it or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I hope like for like the listeners out there that's going through
that
stuff.
was a heavy first 15 minutes.
Exactly.
That was heavy. We went hard.
Breaking it down for the listeners.
Yeah.
If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, can you do me a really quick favor? Can you please rate and review this podcast? Like hit that 5-star review, because I do read all the reviews because this helps me know how this podcast is helping others and how this podcast is serving you, because my job as a host is to serve you this podcast the way that you would prefer it to be. Yeah, so the last time that we had you on, we were talking about you and your interesting, or I guess distaste for the guys in the tech scene, because they're all the same.
Yeah.
I must know. Is that still the same? Has it changed for you? Are you different now? Like, I like tech guys now.
Well, like yes and no. So like I said, I decided that dating is not really something I want to put a lot of time with. So I've only went out with 2 guys. They're both in tech. One is like your typical tech startup founder. He does like AI stuff, which is what all Silicon Valley is right now. And the other guy.
Ooh. The guy with all the teeth that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. His name is Sean. He has beard, but it's not this guy.
I promise it's not me.
Well, actually, listeners, we have something to announce.
Right, exactly. Actually, guys, I replaced Sean. I am now I'm the better Sean.
Yeah. We're gonna get married. You guys are the first to hear it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Sean, I met him a couple of weeks ago, and so one of the things that I appreciated when I talked to him is that we spent about 10 hours together so far, and I don't know what he does for a living. I know he's a product manager, but that's all I knew. And so we talked about like our past stories, our relationship, our love for poetry. So that guy is interesting, and that is why he's in a dating dilemma. And yeah.
Wow. Yes. Ooh, I got some questions there. So yeah, we are definitely gonna get into that.
Oh, they could be like, I think they could be like, let me see if I, okay. We can do some like live texting him.
Yes.
Because he's not on social media, so I can like talk shit.
Yeah.
He's not going to see this.
Well, right. I'm about to say, yeah, just don't send it to him. Send this episode.
Wait, when would this come out? To August.
Oh, so this would come out. So this would come out the first week of October.
First week of October. Well, your dad ahead now. Okay.
Yeah.
When this comes out, I will also post a follow-up story on what happened with the other Sean. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay, we'll give some closure to the audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We love closure here. Mm-hmm. Who knows? You and Sean might be married by then. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Right? You never know. Right? Exactly. I better get an invite.
Yeah. Oh my God. You can officiate our wedding.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Be like, Sean, do you take Elijah to be your lawfully wedded wife? Yes, Sean, I do. Awesome, Sean.
Sounds like some kind of Shutter Island weird shit.
Exactly. You be the third wheel at the altar.
What the fuck? This shots?
Right. So yeah, speaking of Sean, you have told me that you have a dilemma. What is your dilemma?
Oh my God, like this Sean. Okay, so we spent a lot of time together over a week and a half. It's just that I had to break the momentum because I was traveling for festivals and then coming to Chicago and then I'm going to Detroit for a vacation. So this guy, amazing. Like when we spend time together, even at our worst, so like we're both a bit tired, it was not painful. So that to me was a good experience because I feel like when you're meeting someone for the first time, it's like trying on new shoes. Like you might feel a little pinch, a little bit tight, and you tend to ignore it. But those are what will give you a blister. Those will what be giving you cuts and make you bleed when you wear that shoe for the first time outside, right? So I'm always like I'm almost like careful about how I feel when we spend time together, and I will put myself in a situation even when I'm really tired. I want to see him. I will make it happen because I want to see how I feel when I don't feel that good. How I feel with him, and so like he is someone I want to spend time with, but he is not a great texter. He replies very quickly when I reach out, but I don't want to be the one chasing all the time.
Yeah.
Right. And so I almost felt like if he's receptive of my initiation, when I take initiative, he does replies, which is great. I don't want to feel like I'm always the one chasing. But because we only know each other for a week and a half, I don't know how to communicate my needs or my wants or my expectations of him. I don't know how to do that because I don't know if it's right for me to do that because we barely know each other, right? And I feel like I don't want to come in with, hi, I just meet you for a week and here are all of my list of the expectations and you're going to do it right now. That's like, that is unhinged, right?
Here are my dating non-negotiables.
I mean, like, non-negotiables are more for yourself, right? Like you can see, okay, wait, does this person have the right value? So you sort of like internal checklist. But expectations are more of like, I would like him to initiate text. Because for me, I feel like text is just, a text, you can do it while you're pooping, right? It just takes 10 seconds to say, hey, hope your day is fine. I'm thinking of you. That is very simple. And so for someone who doesn't communicate, he told me to like he's great at communication, just not with texting. And so I don't know how to then like make that request for him because that is how I would like to receive communication. I don't like to be out of sight, out of mind. Yeah.
Are you a big texter?
I would like a few exchanges every day, but I don't like it if we have to be back and forth like 10 overtimes a day because I got my shit to do too.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so like just maybe once a day or like once every other day, just even stuff like we don't have to start a conversation, just more, hey, thinking about you, hope you have a great day. That itself is enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that you deserve that. You are entitled to...
Yeah, Sean, get your shit together.
Yeah, Sean.
That was a very real scream.
We felt that. See, you have to send him this episode now. But yeah, I think you definitely deserve that. And like what I would suggest, like just giving my own opinion here, I would say, hey, I definitely like you. I think, we are really good at communicating in person. And I get that you're not much of a texter, but can you at least like...
So you would ask.
Yeah,
you would set your expectation and ask. Okay.
I would just say, it would be nice to hear from you at least once a day because I just want to know that this is moving somewhere.
Right. And why would you think that it's okay to ask?
Yeah.
When you know someone for a week and a half?
Yeah, so I think because I guess did you all meet in person or did you go? Okay.
Yeah, we went out like 4 times. That's pretty intense.
Wait, did you all meet like at Meta or at work?
No, on Hinge.
Oh, Hinge. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
We love Hinge.
Do you want to see his photo? Let me just do this like high school girl shit.
Right.
Okay, his face. Let me find him.
We love, we definitely love Hinge on this show.
See?
Okay,
Cute, right?
Yeah. So for the listeners, we're like, I'm going to describe it to people that's listening audio only. So he's a very handsome looking guy, very nice like haircut, sexy beard, What's his number? Send it to me.
Okay. His number wait, what's it? His number is 650.
The listeners are already like, wait, I'm about to cue it up right now. No, but Sean is a very handsome man. He looks like he looks like, he has a decent head on his shoulders. So I think that you should definitely, because you all met online, I think that even gives you more of a I guess, what do you call it? I think that gives you more of an edge to ask, like, hey, because you don't have to say because you met online, but you could just say, hey, I really enjoy getting to know you, and I want to know if this is moving in a good direction. And I understand that we both are busy, we have our things, but if you could text me at least once a day just to let me know that, even if you're just thinking about me, like, that would be awesome.
Okay. And what if he says that, but I do reply you when you reach out?
Yeah, and I would just say, well, I like someone who can take initiative. It's fun to, it's nice to be able to, it's nice to be able to kind of, take turns reaching out, take turns putting in that effort.
Right. Yeah. So I was thinking about it, like, why do I feel I feel like, for example, in like a manager report relationship, I'm very comfortable in asking what I want. Like, this is the opportunities I want to get ahead, to advance my career. But for like a relationship, I feel like I almost wonder if it's my Asian programming that, you don't ask for things. You wait for things to happen. Asking for things is not ladylike. It's not expected of an Asian person. And so I wonder if that was that. And then I get into, because I don't know if it's right to request him to sort of meet this need that I want to be remembered. I sort of got into this stupid game that if he doesn't text me, I'm not gonna text him either.
Yeah.
And so like, let's like battle it out. Wait, am I the problem? Am I the
No. In this dynamic, you are definitely not the problem. Like, you just want somebody that can just at least communicate and put in the effort.
Yeah. So I got into this stupid game of like, okay, it's a battle of who is more stubborn. I'm not going to text him unless he texts me. And then I caved this morning.
Oh, Elisha.
So I text him. I kind of miss you. So non-committal. And then he asked me how my shows have gone. And then he said something that I don't really understand, so I asked him to clarify. So he sent me a cat photo. He's looking to adopt another cat. So so I don't know what he means but this, because I just sent him.
Yeah. How have your shows gone so far? Picture of cat. Wait, he sent that or you sent that picture of the cat?
Yeah, the picture of cat, he sent it.
Okay. And then so picture of cat, I'm keeping myself distracted, but it did feel like a sudden change to me too.
Yeah, so I asked him to please elaborate. I'm not tracking. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
Okay, you can send me an invoice later for like coaching, like dating coach.
Absolutely. Well, you are quite the catch, Elisha. You have so much going on for you. Yeah, you are absolutely beautiful. You are smart. You are driven. You're motivated. And if, Sean doesn't see that, then he doesn't deserve you. You deserve to be with somebody that actually cares about you, that actually, wants to put in the effort because they want, like they want a piece of your heart. So,
right.
I think you should definitely communicate to that. Communicate that to him next time. Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait for him to reply and see.
And just say Sean said so.
Sean said so. Yeah. A better Sean said that you should do this.
Exactly.
Because don't you know I'm such a cat.
Right. Exactly. Amazing. Wow. You know what? Like, I'm glad that we were able to kind of help out with your dilemma.
Yeah. I'll keep you guys posted what happens after in October.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, we love a good follow-up.
Yeah. Or maybe like come October, I'll be like, let's cancel this Sean because his advice is hot trash.
Exactly.
Garbage. Cancel this right now.
Right. Gonna cancel the whole podcast. Awesome. And so, even just about dating in general. So the last time that we had you on, we were talking about the dating non-negotiables that you had. And you said you used to have 10 non-negotiables.
Yeah.
I want to know, I know that it probably has changed since then. How many dating non-negotiables do you have today?
Yeah, I have 4.
Okay.
So it essentially is a short list of the 10. So out of the 10, I decided which are the stuff that I really, really, really care about. So that's 4. And like, these are still my non-negotiables. I think this is the bare minimum I can go, because beyond that, then why do I need a partner? I'm pretty happy by myself. Because beyond that, I don't need a partner. I just need a dick, which I can just get I could just go to Tinder and I find like one body to hug. That's all I need. That's all. That's what I cannot give myself. So my non-negotiables are I really care about someone who is kind. So think about not just his friends, family, but also his community and humanity as a whole. So how that manifests or shows itself is, does this person donate money? Does this person help others? So that's what I care about. I care about someone who is driven. That means he's going somewhere in life. It used to be ambitious. I used to want someone ambitious. And then I realized that I don't know if both of us can be ambitious people, because our ambition will always pull us in different ways sometimes. And so I need someone who has space for my ambitions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but I still want someone who with a drive, strive to improve on a day-to-day. So I'm not looking for the next billionaire, the next Bezos, but I'm someone who cares about becoming a better version of themselves, becoming better at something that they care about. So that's driven and communicative, which is, I need to tell this Sean
right.
to be a bit more, to lean towards that energy. And someone who is it a non-negotiable if I forgot?
if you forgot.
Smart, yeah. Someone who is smart. Yeah. Someone who I could have intellectual discussions with.
Absolutely. It's important to be able to have intellectual discussions, even have the hard discussions too.
Yeah.
And I think even example, let's say you tell Sean, hey, I know I want to see more initiative from you. That's having a hard conversation that, it's hard to kind of communicate that, because it's you're not sure how he's going to react or how he's going to take it. But the hard conversations are what matter, because once you get past it, it makes that bond, that relationship stronger, because it's wow, she felt comfortable enough or secure enough with my emotions and with her emotions to communicate that to me. The least that I can do is meet her halfway.
Right. Yeah. Or don't meet me at all. Save me the time. And I think that's a good idea. I wonder, maybe there's something that I need to reflect on, why I feel like as someone who is ambitious and go-getting, I tend to avoid conflicts in relationships. I wonder if it's because that's how I see my parents handle their conflicts.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm the go-between messenger. My mom will say, go tell your dad this. And my dad would tell me, go tell your mom this. And so I'm the middle person, of which now I would toss it back at them, get your shit together, right? Why do you bring an 8-year-old child into your disagreement and your uncomfortable, your hard conversations? And I wonder if that is that. But you're right. I think, talking to you or just hearing your perspective gives me the confidence to just be bold in stating my desires. And if that goes bad, then at least I know, even if it's a little bit of disappointment there, but perhaps on the longer term it saves me time, and therefore it's not a bad thing.
Exactly. Yeah, because you don't want this to drag out if you're the only one putting in the effort. But I think at the end of the day, what it is, you're setting a healthy boundary.
Yeah. Is it a boundary though? I think it's more like making a request.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, because it's you don't want your time wasted.
That's
the boundary.
True.
Yeah. So I definitely think it'll definitely work. And even growing up with my folks, they argued every day as well, and because they argued so much, I was I do not want that in my future relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so with my most recent ex, that we split up 2 years ago at this point. We argued so much, and I was just like, I don't like this because we argue. It's the same thing. I was just like, my parents argued, and now you and I are arguing. I don't want this. Right. I gotta go. I have to leave this. Yeah. So I think we all process things differently from our childhood. We all have baggage. We all have, but I think it's all about, how we take those experiences and make a positive out of it. Yeah. So that it doesn't mess with our future, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I think one of the things that I now learn is identifying what is my current programming and questioning if those even make sense. Like the whole trying to avoid conflict or like trying to make myself small, don't request anything, don't ask for anything. And that's something good to think about.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Trying to improve your skincare game? Guess what? I got a little something for you. You can improve the health of your skincare with the Vogue approved. Yes, you heard that right. Vogue as in Vogue magazines, the models. Yes, that Vogue. The Vogue approved beauty product, Herbal Face Food, the most potent anti-aging, multi-correction skincare product on the market. Yes. So hit that link in the show notes or video description and use our code SPHFF to get 20% off at checkout. Visit herbalfacefood.com to get started. That's herbalfacefood.com. All right. And use code S as in Sam, P as in pineapple, H as in Henry, F as in Frank, F as in Frank to get 20% off at checkout. That's SPHFF to get 20% off. All right. herbalfacefood.com. Okay. Y'all got the hookup. So let them know that Situaseans podcast sent you. All right. Yeah, so I've been, keeping up with your Instagram reels, all the things that you do. You post all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, I know we caught your Laugh Factory show part 2. That was so much fun. I must know, of all the places that you performed in, like, do you have a favorite comedy club that you like to go to and perform?
Yeah. I don't have a favorite comedy club. There's definitely notable ones. Like I was telling you earlier how this Laugh Factory gig was of importance to me because the last time I was here it was in November, and back then I had only do comedy consistently for about like 4 or 5 months, and so to be booked on a show that on Laugh Factory, that's a dream of a lot of comedians. And a lot of comedians can do like comedy for 10 years and don't even get invited. And I got invited to do 10 minutes. And so when I was first booked, I had a lot of I shouldn't be here energy. Like I thought the bookers must have made a mistake. Maybe they just like me because I'm a face, right? It's not because of my talent. But having said that, I am booked, so obviously I showed up. But I had I think it was the only time I had a panic attack before a show, and that manifested itself with multiple toilet runs. And when the host is about to bring me up, I felt like running away. Like there was a distinct fight or flight, but it was not even fight. It was just flight, run away. And when I was walking up, I remember that I felt like I was about to cry. Yeah. And so now I realize that it's a panic attack. Because once I got up on stage, I blanked out. I had no idea. It was just muscle memory of me saying all of my jokes. And so when I look back at my tape, it's obvious in the sense that I could see my face. I just have the 1,000-yard stare while my mouth is moving and people are somewhat laughing. And so I felt terrible walking off stage, but there's a handful of much more tenured comics who did really well, say that I did good. And so I thought, okay, maybe it wasn't that bad. Part of it is also because I have a very strong critical voice that helps me to excel very quickly because I've done comedy in less than a year. I've already performed in 5 countries. including Cops Comedy, Laugh Factory, and I'm about to headline Punchline Comedy Club later this year.
All right.
And so it is fast. When I tell people I'm less than a year, they're so impressed they almost want to hate me. So that's sort of the impression that people have of me. But because of because of the whole panic attack this time around, I am surprised they asked me back.
But you did so great the last time, and I was, I didn't even notice that you even had a panic attack. Like to me, it felt like you've been doing comedy for 10 years when you walked up on that stage at the Laugh Factory the first time. So
performance,
yeah,
yeah. So this time around was a redemption set for me. I wanna show to myself that I have improved. I want to prove to myself that I'm not afraid of the stage. Because the thing about fear is that sometimes the moment you're afraid of something, you don't do it again. But the part of me that's rebellious, that I want to say that I own that bitch. That stage is mine. I'm going to come back and I'm going to own it. And so that was the attitude that I came in for this time around for the show yesterday. And I did so much better. The audience was eating out of my hands. And it felt good.
You were so good. Funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I saw it, y'all. And she absolutely slayed. The audience kept laughing.
Yeah.
All the jokes. Yes.
Yeah. And I know that I did a good job. I know some of the audience came up to me. Same thing to the lineup, a bunch of high fives and fist bumps. So I know I did a good job. And I felt that I did a good job, and that's the internal thing that yes, I redeemed myself, and that was why that stage was special. There were some other shows that were similar too, like when I go up to a specific stage, I feel I didn't do that well. Maybe I just blanked out. I forgot my lines in the middle of the set, or come out with a witty comeback to a crowd work much later. So those I want to go back to those specific stages, because those are my redemption.
Yeah.
And so those stages are my favorite.
All right. Love that. And even, speaking of just putting together a set, how long does it take to put together material for a 10-minute or a 1 hour?
Forever. The thing about so when I got to the last time I did a Laugh Factory 10 minutes, that took me, I was doing less than 6 months, so that took pretty much all the time. But the thing about comedy is that a joke is never done, right? Even right now, when I look at my best 10 minutes, I still feel like, how can I add more laughs? How can I make the laughs bigger? How can I get an applause break instead of just a laugh? And so it's never done. And part of it is just the craft. Comedy, society is always ever changing. Comedy is therefore evolving along with society and community. And so a joke that used to work might not work 2 years later. So you need to change it. Part of it is just how comedy is. And part of it is the drive for excellence. So it's the same drive that got me to who I am, and also led me to be critical of my own work. And so something that I'm trying to learn is also to be kinder to myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's probably the one thing about all of us. We're all our biggest critics, right?
Yeah. I mean, I won't say I don't want to do away with it, because I feel like if I do away with it, I might lose my sense of drive.
Yeah.
And then I won't be pacing as fast as I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But with any energy, you got to learn how to harness it and not let it overrun you, right? And so how do I leverage that sense of excellence, sense of drive, but at the same time not set myself on fire?
Absolutely.
Because right now, I think with how my comedy career is tracking, my Achilles heel is burning out. Yeah. If I decided that fuck it, I have nothing more to give, that is where it will end. And so I want to avoid that.
Absolutely. Well, I think you're going to be doing comedy for a long time. You are funny, so you definitely have a future in comedy for sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
And even kind of just from like what you were saying earlier, even just like doing crowd work and working with hecklers. This is like another question that I have for you. So I saw in one of your reels that you had posted, a heckler had came up on stage and was like interrupting your show, but you handled it so well. You still kept your set going and you made him part of the joke and the audience was just laughing and just tearing it up. And so did the comedy club, did they kick him out? Like,
so it's not a comedy club, it's a bar. So bar is where the wildest shit happens. Because everyone is drunk. There really isn't a real security person. And like, it's a free show, right? So you attract, people who can't pay for a real ticket and 2 drink minimum. So like, my first instinct was let's de-escalate because when I'm a tiny Asian woman, and so like, and if you saw the reel, click the link in this box here right now.
Exactly. Here.
Here. Gotta always be selling machine gun. So if you watch that clip, he is quite he's taller than me, and so even if he just sit on me, I'm fucked, right? And so my first instinct was to de-escalate. Let's get the audience on my side, which is easy because people are always on the side of a comedian when there's a heckler.
Yes.
And so what I did was to, the Q&A sessions later, please give it up for this guy as he goes back to his seat. So that is like a very polite way of telling you to fuck off the stage. And everyone is clapping too. So he has a very audible signal that everyone agrees that what he's doing is wrong. And so I de-escalated. Once he's out of the stage, that's when I roast him. Yeah. So that's me trying to take control back into me, that you should just listen to me, pay attention to me. And so I just roast him saying that, did you hear this guy just try to mansplain me my joke?
Right.
and that's where the audience like erupted in laughter. And I think that sealed, at least for him, he knows that, okay, he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of times it's quite fun. Oh, and then immediately after that, I'm like, that was a good tape. I'm glad I have it on tape.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. And then the second thing I thought, I was, oh shit, I'm dressed like I'm about to go to bed. Because I was in hoodies, sweatpants, and like glasses. So I look at like ugly. But yeah, you learn how to handle situations like that. Part of it is also the fun of, just seeing what I can do and how fast I can think. Yeah. So I like that challenge. And but I also know that they are probably quite deranged people there, and that's why they are in the free bar shows. Yeah. And so I guess the good thing is that I'm a tiny Asian woman, so like I can sort of appeal to other men to like get some help here. Right. Because I would assume if you're a big black guy, maybe even you, right? Having a heckler in there, you can't really call upon the audience to fight for you, right?
Right, exactly.
Whereas a tiny Asian woman, please, I can probably get it done. Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah, because if it was me on stage, I'd be like, can somebody like help? No, you got it. You're a tall black man.
Yeah. You figure it out. Yeah.
So I really want to know, because your comedy sets are just so funny. The reels that you post, the videos, everything. I want to know, do you have any plans to put together a 1 hour, tape special?
Yeah, that is actually my comedy goal. That I want to put up a special, and then my special release party is also my comedy retirement party. One and done. Right. Yeah. But it's going to be a long journey to, as we talked about, like how even 10 minutes takes forever, and I'm still not happy about it. And so getting into an hour of material that has a story worth telling, that's going to take a few years. And so I'm going to be around for a while. So please stay with me. Yeah. But yeah, I want to do comedy because because of my childhood, I actually, a trigger warning, had some suicidal thoughts when I was 12. And it was playing badminton with my friends for some reason, I laughed a lot when we were playing badminton. And so, and then I thought, okay, maybe let's just give it another year. If I'm still not happy next year, then I'll kill myself. And then I forgot about it. Forgot about it. And now I had a great life. I even have like a panic attack thinking about my mortality. So I went from like maybe I'll kill myself to like, I hope I live forever. So that life is funny. But that to me showed me the value of joy, and joy and laughter has got me through some of my darkest times. And that is why I like doing stand-up comedy, because joke writing is just finessing words, piecing words together into a sentence that engineers joy from nothing. Right? You could, if I can just make you laugh and then you just forget whatever shit is going on in your life or in the world, which a lot of shit is happening. And if I can just make you forget all those and just laugh and even just feel like, okay, you can go through this day. That to me is social impact. That to me is positive change. And so like I want to tell a story in my special. And this is one of my closest career story that I've done in a bunch of like fuck up nights, or like a TED Talk version of failure.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about success and failing and how that relates to me, because I feel like I don't know if it's also in America, but in Asia, there was a lot. I think it's just society as a whole. There's so much expectation on someone to be successful. There's so much fear of failing, and I think my career story is a testament that you can fail your way to success, or even challenge the definition of success and what that means for you. So that is a story that I want to transform into a special, and that's going to take a while, because right now I still talk a lot about societal expectations on a woman. So my 10 minutes stuff for the audience who should have come to watch me live.
Yeah.
So I start off my 10-minute set with just almost playing a character on believing in fairy tales. Mm-hmm. And that is because like ever since we were young, or I was young, we were fed all of these stories that to be a woman, just be docile, be Sleeping Beauty, just be cute and lie down at home and let a man pretty much like rape you without your consent. That's Sleeping Beauty, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other stories just about how women don't take control.
Right.
And it's worse in Asian society, where there's very Confucius patriarchal, like women are taught to not ask for what they want, just keep quiet, be seen, not heard. And so I like to start off with my fairy tale bit on like expectations, and then meet reality. And the reality is not much better either in terms of expectations, because right now at my age, being single, I am considered a leftover woman. It is a real phenomenon that people still question, like, oh, you're single? What's your problem? What's your red flag? And I think that's not right, because we talk about how we want to be picky, because every other needs that we have, we are feeling it ourselves. We don't really need for someone else to be our partner. This person has to bring in value, right? Additional value that we cannot give ourselves, which is not a lot, because we sort of like we can fill our own lives by ourselves. Exactly. Yeah, and so I like to talk about navigating life as a leftover woman, and how I am flipping the script, so to speak. So that is not success and failure. It's just a very, very real part of my life. Eventually, I want to like move into more of that success failure story.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have a great way of storytelling, and I really like how you set up the punchlines and the way you set up like your comedy sets. So I think it was
so deranged. The fairy tales bit was so deranged.
Oh yeah, people were naming all the different fairy tale stories, and you were just like giving an example.
Yeah, and it's all fucked up. It's all so messed up, and everyone's like, oh.
Exactly.
I love
that was so good. That was so good, because you were like, does anybody have a favorite Disney character or Disney show? And someone was like, Little Mermaid. Yeah, that one taught me that women should be silent. And you did like whole. Oh my goodness! I was like, wow, you are so quick with it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely cannot wait for whenever you do have your special out. And when all I ask is that I get a ticket to the show.
Yeah, you get front row. Yeah. And people watching here, you saw me here before I was famous, so you guys get front row too.
Yeah.
And then I'll do crowd work on you. What do you do for a living? Are you two together?
Exactly. I love your crowd work too, by the way.
Yeah.
Situaseans podcast is an open platform covering dating, relationships, mental and emotional life experiences. If you are looking to advertise your brand or product, or would like to sponsor the show, send an email to situationspod@gmail.com. That's situaseanspod@gmail.com.
All right. So we got some hinged or unhinged dating app prompts. Are you ready to unpack this with me?
Yes.
All right.
Let's unpack someone else's shit like we are perfect.
Exactly. Exactly. So this first one says, my simple pleasures, being mean to men. Is this hinged or unhinged?
Unhinged. Like, what are we? 5? Then, to show a boy that you like him, you gotta mean to him.
Right.
Come on. I assume this is on a woman's profile.
This is a woman's profile.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why?
I think it's so funny.
Yeah, the only context in which this would make sense is if she's a dominatrix selling her services.
Yes.
Then that would be like, okay, like she's getting the money, you go, girl. But if it's just like a regular civilian and just like, I want to be mean to men, why? Right. Who hurt you, girl?
It's like part of me wants to say like this is funny or hinged because it's like, okay, yeah, like fuck the patriarchy, yeah. But then the other half of me is like, well, I hope like this person isn't just being mean to men just because it's fun for her. Because I'm like, if that's the case, that's a walking red flag. Stop.
Yeah. Would you swipe on her?
No.
Yeah. Without more context, this is just unhinged.
Exactly. The least I would do is probably reply, well, in what context are you being mean to men? Is it like, I would just ask. I'd be like, what do you mean by this?
Yeah. Are you like, you're going to choke me when in bed?
Right,
or,
exactly.
Some men like that. Yeah.
I mean, I like being choked a little bit.
Some men is like, wait, am I going to kill you? Are you sure?
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't want to be choked toward like, I can see the light leaving my body.
But some men like that. I have a few partners. I'm like, this feels like I'm murdering you, but they're like harder. So like, okay, don't die on me, buddy. Yeah, that is a thing. There is a market for that.
There is definitely a market. All right, and then this next one says, I won't shut up about. I just won't shut up in general. Hinged or unhinged?
Unhinged.
Oh, and I forgot. She has this is another woman's profile.
Oh, this is a woman's profile?
Yeah.
Ew.
And
she has a podcast. Start a podcast, girl.
Exactly. Start a podcast. and she has like the little emoji with like the hand doing this, like the hand, like the I don't know hand.
Yeah.
This is I want to say this is unhinged, but I don't want to get canceled because it's a guy saying, "Oh, women won't shut up unhinged." No, guys, I'm just saying. I just think it's unhinged.
I think it's more of like have a conversation, girl. Like if someone is just talking all the time, like you really feel like, am I just listening to a podcast?
Right.
Are you interested in having a conversation with me? When do I get to speak?
Exactly.
Right? And so like. Again, without context, just like you won't shut up. How about please do? Or start a podcast so that anyone listens to you, they know what they're getting into.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this second one, although I don't know I don't know who submits what, but the person that submitted this second one, it's a woman dating, like I guess like a woman who's into women. So she had told me the context. I came across this girl's profile. I'm into her, but I just don't know about this. Like, can you unpack this on the show? I was like, sure, I'll unpack it.
Right.
Absolutely.
How hot is she?
Right, exactly. Right, yeah.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Right. Okay, my answer actually changes based on like what I'm looking for, and also like how hot are these people.
Yeah,
because my standards can be lowered.
If they're hot enough, my standards like you can get away with whatever.
Yeah, okay. Because imagine like the first one, being mean to men. If Angelina Jolie says that,
that's true.
Right?
I'd be like, be mean to me, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, mommy, step on me.
Right. That's the clip. That's the clip. That's the opening clip right there. That's it. Editors, if you're listening, that's the opening clip.
Yeah. Right, and like also like what do I want from these people? If this person is ultra hot, okay. If like this, I just won't shut up in general. If it's Brad Pitt daddy, and I just want a daddy, then of course, I will swipe. This is hinged. This is acceptable.
Absolutely.
Right, but if I'm looking for someone like intentional, serious, and all the stuff, then it's unhinged.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, I feel like all of us do that too. It's like if somebody's like really hot enough, we're like, okay, I guess I could let a little bit slide.
Yeah, just thinking with the wrong head.
Yeah, exactly. like the last episode, dicks and more.
Did you print a T-shirt? Did you print the T-shirt?
I gotta get one made now. That's gonna be the merch. You'll get the royalties for that one.
Yeah. I want to print my own T-shirt. Emotional support, Dick. That's my punchline. Yeah.
Yes. Oh goodness. This last one says, together we could put an end to our family and friends asking us why we're single.
Yeah, when I first saw this, I'm like, this person got to be Asian. Is this person Asian? Is it?
Oh, I have no idea. Like,
yeah. I mean, like, it's practical. It's kind of cute, and then like if it's an Asian guy, like I would understand. So I would say it's hinge.
Yeah. I like this one too. This one's funny. This one's because I know even like in the Black community, like whenever like there's like family gatherings or whatever, and it's like, so why are you still single? Why?
Well, that's how we started off with our podcast, right? Why are you so single?
Exactly. Right. That's literally like this one ties in perfectly with the title of this podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you know what? The next family gathering that happens, we'll go to each other's family gathering. We'll be each other's dates that way. That like our families won't ask. Yeah.
Or you can Uno reverse, right? Why don't you find me somebody?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Just imagine doing like a Uno reverse in real life, and people have to follow the rules.
Yeah,
you get put over by a cop. So like well, whatever. It's like, sir, you were speeding. Here's the ticket. Actually, I got an Uno card. So actually, cop, you serve yourself a ticket.
Well, actually,
right?
Bye.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to say to the listeners that submitted those prompts, thank you so much, you all. I really appreciate it. And continue to submit your prompts and all that good stuff. Go to situationspodcast.com/submit. All right. So, Elisha, I want to say thank you so much for coming back.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was fun. Yeah.
I like now that you came back this year, like you have to come back to the show every year. Each
well, but next time it will be easier because you'll be in LA.
Exactly. Wait, because I think what is it like? San Fran is about 5 hours away from LA.
I think 5 to 6 hours drive, an hour flight.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there we go. So we'll make a plan for next year to have you on the show. You're contractually obligated.
Yeah, hopefully the next time we see each other, the title is like, "Yay, congrats, found someone." Not like, "Why still single again?"
Right, that'll be the title. Why still single again?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Oh, that'd be so sad.
Right.
Well, if that happens, then we should make a pact that when we're 40, we will make a pact that we'll kill each other.
Exactly.
Just forget about it. Let's just
right. Exactly. There we go. You all are our witness.
Yeah. Keep us accountable.
Right. Awesome. Well, do you want to tell our audience how they can keep up with you? Website, social media. Let us know how we can stay in touch with Elisha and follow you on all of your shows and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Follow me online only, not in person. You can check out my IG at Elisha Tan over here over here, 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 here. My website is also www.elishatan.com. So you just need to know how to spell my name correct. You probably be able to find me everywhere. So yeah, follow me on IG. Check out my next shows on my website, and please click like on my stuff because I need the algorithm to love me. Thank you very much.
Love that. All right. So if you all are watching on YouTube or watching on Spotify, because you all know you can watch this podcast on Spotify. You can see the video version on Spotify. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll see her socials pop up here. I can't promise that the editors will do now that I no longer edit myself.
Oh, you outsourced. Oh, the last time was so good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We'll see, but yeah. But yes, if you're watching, you will see her socials pop up. Maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, maybe
everywhere.
Awesome. Well, there are 3 ways that you all can submit to the podcast. The first way, call the hotline, 312-586-2664. Automated system, just let it ring to voicemail. Nobody's going to pick up. It's a hotline. Second way, situationspod@gmail.com. And the most popular way, situationspodcast.com/submit. All right, y'all got 3 ways to submit, so hope to hear from you all. Now, if you're in a plane, a train, a boat, if you're that one fucking heckler that was heckling Elisha at her show, first off, fuck you. Second off, listen to the show.
Yeah, thank you for the clip. And if you're Sean with a beard and your number is 650,
exactly. And if you're that Sean, you can still take Situations podcast with you wherever you go.
You know, like okay, so like about the beard stuff. Random segue. But the whole, last time we talked about. I talked about how much I hated beard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And this Sean has beard. Like you saw his photo. Yeah. And like, it turns out he uses oil on his beard too, like every day. So that's why it didn't hurt me. I'm like, that Sean.
It's all about the
about the oil.
It's all about the oil.
Yeah.
Love that. Yes. Well, with all of that, I will see you all back here for the next episode in a couple of weeks. Woo!
Bye.